Hello and welcome to Held and Heard. This is a podcast for pregnant and postpartum mamas who want to feel more connected to their babies and more confident in themselves. Here, we talk about elimination communication and infant potty learning as a way of listening, not as something to add to your plate, but as a way to better understand what your baby has been communicating from the very beginning. This is a place where you learn to trust your baby and yourself. I'm your host, Heather Medlin, mother of 3, infant potty learning educator, and founder of Ready from Birth, where I guide postpartum mamas through every stage of early potty learning, from birth to toilet independence. Each week, I'll help you slow down, tune in, and discover just how aware and capable your baby already is, so you can meet them with confidence instead of doubt. Your baby is communicating, and you are capable of listening. Let's get started. If you've been practicing EC from the early days or for a while, how do you actually know when your baby is ready to move out of diapers and into trainers or underwear? There's a couple of things I want you to pay attention to. One, they are consistently getting most of their poops in the potty or the toilet. You don't want to move into underwear if you are still changing a bunch of poopy diapers, because I would not expect them to suddenly make that shift just because you changed what they're wearing. If you have not mastered with your baby communicating the need to poop and getting the poop in the potty, you're both going to get really, really frustrated really quickly. So work on that skill first. Number 2, they are consistently communicating their potty needs to you, and you are able to recognize that. So what I teach in the Born Ready course is all about communication as the foundation of EC. I am not just going to teach you the 4 easy times of day when you can do lazy EC and put your baby on the potty and they're likely to go pee. Is that the basics? Sure, you could do EC that way and still catch a lot of things. But if you're not doing this as a response to actual communication and you're not giving your baby the tools to be able to ask, your EC is going to fall apart in a hurry when your baby becomes mobile. And many, many people write to me around 7 months and they're like, Heather, my baby started crawling and I haven't caught a pee in a week. What am I doing wrong? What you're doing wrong is that you never laid the foundation with communication and you expected lazy EC to get you all the way. Listen, it's not going to. If you're not making this about communication, it is not going to last, and you are not going to see the results of enjoying a fully diaper-free toddler by the time that they're walking, because you did not lay the appropriate foundation first. Okay, the third thing is that they are mobile enough to get themselves to the potty or the bathroom on their own. If your baby is 4 months old and they're laying there and they can't go anywhere and they're fully dependent on you to stop what you're doing and take them, please do not put your baby in underwear, because that's not fair to them. They are helpless and they are waiting on you to respond. For the pre-crawling months prior to ditching the diapers, you want a diaper that protects your baby's sensitive skin and provides feedback and a sensation of wetness, especially if you're doing EC. Hero is the perfect combo. It's made of blanket soft, unbleached wood pulp, no gross plastic gel that you find in conventional diapers, and it's free of the toxic bromothol blue, that wetness indicator strip that often turns from yellow to blue. And it has a slower wicking core that both pulls moisture away and lets your baby know that something happened. The best part? Hero developed some earth-friendly sidekicks that come with plastic-eating friendly fungi that literally break down the entire diaper, pulp, plastic, poop, and all, in the landfill in a matter of months, not 400 years like conventional diapers. If you want to try the most sustainable EC-approved diaper on the market, visit herodiapers.com and use the code READYFROMBIRTH for a lifetime discount on your Hero subscription. You are going to love it. But with the method that I teach in Ditch the Diapers, you won't need them for long. If they are able to get themselves to the potty because now they can crawl, or you have one of those like super rollers who can literally roll across the room and bump into their potty, that's a rare case, but I have heard of it happening. If your baby can crawl, now they can go to the potty and show you that they need to go, making it really obvious. Can't tell you how many times my baby, once he started crawling, so this is why we shipped it out of diapers at just 7.5 months. He learned how to crawl and he would go to his potty and tap it. He would pick it up. He would wave it at me, literally would pull the white insert out of his baby Bjorn potty chair and wave it at me. Be like, Mom, I need to go. Hello. Could not have been more obvious. And so once he was able to take himself and go there himself, that relieved a lot of the effort off of my part of recognizing his subtle cues. And now he was really able to take responsibility himself. So we started to shift him out of daytime diapers, spend a lot more time in underwear, and really get him used to that feeling of being in just underwear and then helping him keep them dry. Okay, so a big mistake that I want to caution you about, and this is something that a lot of EC parents do not wait until their diaper is consistently dry before transitioning them out of diapers. If you do, you're going to be waiting a long time because ditching the diapers is actually the pathway to consistent dryness, not the result. You're not going to wait until the diaper is dry and think, okay, they don't need a diaper and now I can shift them out into underwear, because it is actually the shift to underwear and the consistent practice in just underwear that is going to get them to full daytime dryness. So you can actually take the diapers away before they're done having accidents, and just know there are going to be accidents and that's okay, and be prepared for that. And I show you exactly how to make this transition gradually and strategically to minimize your stress as a parent and your baby so that you're not exhausting your baby with 15 underwear changes a day. I show you exactly how to do that inside Ditch the Diapers, but you can actually start that process much, much earlier than people think. Generally, it's best to start that between 10 and 12 months as your baby is certainly mobile, crawling, probably standing and cruising, and beginning to refuse the potty. Potty refusal is a huge clue that your baby is ready to move on from diapers and into underwear. And here's the thing. If you're keeping a young toddler in diapers past the moment of capability, so when they're mobile, when they're cruising, when they know what's going on and they can clearly communicate to you, if you're keeping them in diapers past the moment of capability, this often delays toilet independence and creates the stress of potty training that most parents associate with potty training, even in a previously EC'd baby. So if you're in the 1% of parents who figured out that EC is awesome and you're doing it with your baby, love this for you, love this for your family. Please do not make the mistake of keeping your baby in diapers too long. Make sure that you know how to get your baby out of diapers and into underwear on time when they are ready. Because here's what happens. The diaper effect on a walking toddler, the diaper is masking the moment, and the parent is not responding in the moment. They're reacting later. So the child is learning that peeing in the diaper is inconsequential. It's no big deal, and it's convenient. They're walking, they're mobile, they're busy, they're more capable than they ever have been in their life. They're playing, they're developing language. They don't want to stop what they're doing and go to the bathroom. And if you're not stopping what you're doing and taking them to the bathroom, they're learning, and you're reinforcing this with your behavior, that it doesn't matter and you're not going to stop and they don't need to stop. So if you, the parent, are eventually changing the wet diaper, possibly once a poop appears, and now you're thinking, oh, my baby doesn't signal, I have no idea when it's happening, guess what? You're probably going to double down on diapers, thinking that your child obviously needs them. And eventually, when you do decide to potty train, it now requires a full-on behavior change, and you're battling a willful toddler. This is a recipe for stress, tears, and frustration, and is why so many parents look forward to potty training with dread and fear. It is not usually easy when you are trying to potty train a willful, independent toddler who just wants to do it themselves and cannot be bothered to stop what you're doing. So you have to be bothered to stop what you're doing to take your child to the bathroom after every pee and poop event so that they are learning what is supposed to happen. And believe me, when you're doing this and you're doing this strategically and based on real communication that I teach in my Born Ready course and in Ditch the Diapers, you are going to find that it is so much faster and easier to help your baby go in the moment when they need to go, when they're asking to go, than guessing and testing and they're sitting there for 20 minutes and nothing is happening, or you're trying to wrestle a super strong, angry, screaming poop diaper off of a toddler when they don't want to sit still and they're screaming at you in public. Trust me, been there, you do not want to do that. Okay, So consider the alternative. Let's say you do get your baby out of diapers. This is what we did. This is why we did it. You as a parent are beginning to reduce time in diapers as your baby becomes mobile. You are reinforcing the potty as the default, and you're responding immediately to every pee or poop event. Now, your child is learning that dryness is the default, and every pee requires an interruption. Every pee requires an interruption. Stopping what you're doing, stopping the play, going to the potty, taking care of business, and coming back to it. Your child is gradually going to take on more responsibility for potty time as mobility develops, and daytime dryness is a natural, inevitable result and often appears by the age of 1 or around the time that your baby begins to walk. And this has been studied. This has been looked at across multiple developing nations where EC, or assisted infant toileting, as it is known in the research literature, is practiced, where this is practiced as the norm. Most babies who use this, most cultures who use this predominantly, their children are completely toilet independent by age 1, by 12 months. So this is a researched normal age for a baby to be out of diapers and fully toilet independent based on a baby's normal developmental capability as a human being. It is our culture, a culture of diapers and diaper dependence in the Western world, that has pushed the age of toilet independence back to close to 3 years. So that is 3 times as long in diapers, usually disposables. So think about the waste there. Think about the impact on the environment, the impact on your wallet. If these diaper companies have figured out a way to convince you to be a customer for 3 times as long, who's making the money here? Who does this benefit? It's not you, and it's not your baby. So consider that. And here's the thing. When you do this, when you follow the strategy and the method that I teach inside of my courses, and you begin to lay the foundation from birth, and you are building on communication and toilet learning and exposure, and you're supporting your baby and meeting them where they are developmentally, toilet independence by the time your baby is walking, and therefore diaper freedom, you literally will not need to have your baby in diapers. This is a natural, inevitable result. So you can use hero diapers or whatever kind of diapers you want to use. You can have your baby in daycare with disposables and have other caregivers during the day who are with them. And this is still going to be a result of the learning that you are giving them because you are empowering them with communication, you are empowering them with consistency, and you are teaching them what is supposed to happen. They will naturally begin to do this on their own as they grow and develop. All right, thanks so much for listening today. I would love to hear what you thought about this episode. If you would like to let me know how you're liking this content, if there are things you would love for me to talk about, questions that you may have, maybe you've tried this with your baby and you want to share a win with me, you can either DM me at readyfrombirth.ec on Instagram, or you can write to me at hello@readyfrombirth.com. Hope you have a wonderful week, and I will see you next time. Bye for now. If you loved today's episode, would you take a moment to help me reach even more mamas with this message? Leave me a review or share this with a friend. You can help even more families discover what's possible. You can find education and support for every stage of your baby's potty learning journey at readyfrombirth.com. And be sure to follow me on Instagram at readyfrombirth.ec. Thank you so much for listening. I'll be back every Monday with a brand new episode. See you next time. Bye for now.